Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not. I made that face because I'm frustrated. Yes, I am. Very much, very much frustrated. Well, the camera's not working right. Camera off, off. Ding. I guess better. But this list, top 10 horror movies of the 2000s. Oh my God, did this frustrate me, because I have found so many more movies, because the list I had was pretty solid. So I had to figure out what I was going to do. I did find a bunch more, but my original list, okay, number 10, Wrong Turn, which is the only one I scratched off. I found more. Number 9, Cabin Fever. Number 8 was Jeepers Creepers. I know. This is about the movie, not the person who made it. Number 7 is Joyride. Number 6 is Devour. Number 5 is Saw. Number 4 is Final Destination. Number 3, Dracula 2000. You better believe. Number 2, White Noise. And number 1 was The Ring. Now this was hard. I had the list made. And I was like, oh, I forgot one. This has to go on the list. So, actually, this movie should have been in my video on the top 10 movies that should have been standalone, not had sequels, because the sequel to it shouldn't exist. We'll get to it. But when I have it on a different shelf, I have it over here with my stuff, and then I have the special sips over here, and I have my steel books, and that's what I have that movie in. So, anyway, starting off, number 10, Jeepers Creepers. Okay. So I said before, this is the movie. I like the movie. Don't care about the guy who created it. Don't care about the guy who directed this. I love this movie. From the minute I first saw this movie, I loved it. I love this movie, okay? It's the movie, though. I separated the art from the artist. Fuck him. It's about the movie. And you got Justin Long, I wanted to say Josh Long for some reason. Justin Long and Gina Phillips, who play great siblings. You make it feels like they're siblings, right? And for a while, it's like a road movie. It's just those two. Then they get to the town. They get the psychic lady who doesn't come back, even though she probably should have. She's like, here, she gets scared, and then we don't see her again. She doesn't die here. And that ending. You want a happy ending for this too, but you know it's not going to end up that way. I do like the ending. So, yeah. Top one. Number 9, Dracula 2000. Look, I've said it before, I love this movie, alright? It was on my list of movies that shouldn't have had sequels. It was my honorable mentions, because I haven't seen the sequels, but from what I've heard of the sequels, they don't really even follow this. They go in a completely different direction. So maybe if they had followed it, maybe I'd be more interested to watch them. But I saw the beginning of Dracula 2: The Ascension when they were playing this one and that one back to back on AMC one time. And I started watching, and I go, this has nothing to do with Dracula 2000. It's not. They recast Dracula in each one. I don't know who it is that plays him in the second one, the Rutger Hauer in the third one. I don't know. They don't bring back the Mary. Is her name Mary? I think it's Mary. They bring her back. They bring nothing. They bring Simon back. Nothing. But I love this movie. I think this is not my favorite Dracula movie, but it's up there. I like the original Dracula. I like Bram Stoker's Dracula, but I like this one too. Number 8, Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon. And it's a found footage film. It is this documentary crew is documenting just this guy who is going to be. I think I talked about this in my standalones. It was supposed to have a sequel, never did. It even has a hook at the end, where he's going to be a serial killer like Freddy, Michael, Jason, who all exist in this world. Chucky too, and Leatherface, and all them. They all exist in this world, and he wants to be just like them. And then this crew is documenting it until it gets to a point where stuff happens. But yeah, and you even have like some. I didn't talk about this. Some horror legends like Robert Englund and Zelda Rubinstein. This house is clean. Yeah. Windy out there. But number 7 is Joyride. I think this is underrated. It's the only movie I like Steve Zahn in because he's serious. When he has to be funny ha-ha guy, other than Saving Silverman, no. The funny stuff in here, hey, I've seen Hard Justice, or whatever it's called, with your host Bill Curtis. Whatever. I don't like him in this. Because he actually has to be serious in this movie. It works. You know. Hey, Rusty Nail. I like the pink champagne. Candy cane. I love this movie. My friend Brandon and I talk about this movie all the time. I love it. This is one I had to put on the list. There's 2 movies I had to put on the list. This was one because Cloverfield. This could have been was this on my list of movies that should have been stayed at 1? Yeah, the whole universe. I think it was. Found footage film. The character Rob, he's going away to a new job, and he had recently had a sexual experience with his friend. And that kind of messed up everything. And now there's this big giant monster stomping around New York. Knocked off the Statue of Liberty's head there too. And it's just their attempt to find her, save her, and get out of New York. We get to see that it doesn't work out so well. I love the movie, man. I love the movie. I was brought in, my friend Eric, he actually caught me onto this movie. I think I might have this on my Xbox. Because I think I purchased it from Xbox to watch. Or something. And then I bought this from Walmart. And I want to check it out. I either rented it or purchased it, whatever. I have to look. Number 5. We're at number 5 already. And so I understand why I didn't have this in my original list, because I said no remakes or sequels. Though, my number 1 is technically a remake. If you think about it. My number 1 and the last one was technically a remake. The Ring. That's a remake. But I guess I counted that. I also had... No, that was it. Was it my 90s list that I had one? It was... Yeah, that's what it was. No remakes or sequels. Cape Fear was my number 10 in my original 90s list. That's a remake. And I knew it was a remake, but I put it in there anyway. Anyway, so back to this. This one, Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 2003. This will have a story, whole different top 10 list. But this was one of the first, like in the 2000s. I said this. 2000s horror is my generation of horror. This is why I have a sort of a nostalgic love for it. And this was one of them. Right? I like this more than the original, and you can go off on me, you can throw tomatoes, I don't care. And at its very bottom of this movie, at the very soul of this movie, it is gross, it is nasty. Not as nasty as the prequel, as the beginning, which I don't like very much. But I like this one. And I like Ali Ermey in this. I like the other characters too, Jessica Biel and yeah. But yeah, I love this movie. So, number 4 is Final Destination. Yeah, this was my... It's my number 4 before, so it's right on time. And it got booted back. It was number 3 till the next one. The next one is the other one I had to add. But Final Destination, another one that could probably have a story, but yeah, it's one of those movies. Like, everybody say 5's the best, or they say the new one is the best. Some people said 2 is the best. I will still stand on the hill by myself if I have to, that the original Final Destination is still the best one. I don't know. I feel like it cares for its characters more than, at least up until 5 and 6. Because you get to 2, you have some character development, but they're all people that don't know each other. This is people that know each other. They have that history, right? And then you have the second one, where the only ones that have connection are Kimberly's friends and her, really. And then you have the mother and son that killed off. Her friends are killed off, and now it's just these bunch of strangers. Even bringing back Clear for some familiarity, not to them. And then you have the third one, which I think is also pretty good, and you have the connections there. But you even have Wendy saying to Kevin, "Oh, we don't even really know each other. You're only there because you were dating Carrie and you were friends with Jason. We don't know each other." But they do know these other students. I think that works. That's why James Wan wanted to bring that back, that they know each other. And then you have the pods of Jello that they pretend to be characters in the fourth one. And the fifth one, you do actually care about the characters. There's motivation there. He's trying to save his girlfriend. And then the new one, it's a family, so you care about those characters. The other dude gets into a freaking MRI machine, but But yeah, Final Destination. All right. Before I give you this next one, I got a question. Okay. Do you like Huey Lewis and the News? See, their early stuff just wasn't good. That is until Sports came out in '83. Then it really hit. Was it 83, 85, whatever. Might even be 84. It is American Psycho. There's this idea of Patrick Bateman. But it doesn't exist. I love this movie, man. The first time I watched this, I wasn't even sure about it. That's a weird genesis for this movie. For me in this movie is that first time I ever watched this, I wasn't sure about it. I was like, it was okay. But the more I watched it, the more I got into it. It is one of my personal favorites to put on here. And yeah, Christian Bale is fantastic. You have Jared Leto, who will admit to being in this, but not urban legend. You were in the movie, Jared. You're on the fucking poster. You're in the movie. Okay? What irks me, alright, is he won't admit to being an urban legend. He survived the damn movie. But he'll admit to being in the movie where he's butchered with an axe. But he won't admit to being in the one where he survived. That kind of stupid. Think he would be. Oh yeah, did I live in that one? Yeah, that one. I was in that one. Wish I died. Nah, I didn't die. No, I wasn't in that one. Maybe because this one is more well known among the populace. People point out this. Number 2, Saw. It baffles me that this was number 5 on my old list. I was like, why is that so low? Or high, whatever. Why is this so low? I like this better than Final Destination. I like it better than Dracula 2000. I like it better than White Noise, which is an honorable mention. We'll get to it. But come on, this is Saw. Ba-da-da, 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 da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. Hello, I want to play a game. I've said too much about Saw already. I just did a whole freaking revisited series on the damn thing. But yeah, Saw. Fantastic horror film, 2004. I dare call it a classic, even though that was 21 years ago. But yeah. We have honorable mentions. These first two were knocked off the list. They were numbers 9 and 10. So my original number 10, it was Frailty. Good film, directed by Bill Paxton, starring Bill Paxton and all right, Matthew McConaughey, right? But yeah, I've talked about this in my standalone horror films. It's about a father who comes home. He tells his kids, "Hey, God has spoken to me. He wants me to get rid of the demons." And so they bring in people who believe it's possessed by demons, killing them. But one kid is in with it, the other one not so much. And then you have this whole plot with Matthew McConaughey in the future where he's one of the kids, and he's telling the story to this police officer or detective or whatever, played by Powers Booth. And you're following that. And you're also following the other plot. It goes back and forth. It's really good. And we have Descent. If you are claustrophobic, do not watch this movie. Nope. Don't. Also, I would stand by actually, due to there being a sequel, I would say that the regular ending, where she gets out and she sees the jump of her friend and it ends there, is the ending I like. I don't like the ending where it cuts back and she's still in the cave. I don't like that. And like the sequel made it that non-existent, and this could also be one where you could say didn't need a sequel, but Autopsy of a Jane Doe. I talk about this in my movies, standalone horror movie. This is really good. Jennifer's Body, right? White Noise was originally on my original list. High Tension. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Everything in this movie, up until the twist reveal at the end, is really good. Then it takes you out of it. Even if you want to consider, it's from her point of view, she was telling the story, and that's why it gets a little muddled, skewed. Sure. How was she able to push the dresser? What was going on? Where did the other car come from? It's confusing. Then we have The Uninvited, which has a better twist in it, I think, and it's really good. Yes. Alright, my number one, you probably already know, it's the same number one that I had on the list before. Remember what I said? It's The Ring. Again, this will be talked about more in another video where I talk about certain horror movies. But The Ring was one I watched about when it came out. And it was on a VHS, so that was even more freaky. But, yeah. I like this steelbook too. And inside. But you don't want to... Well, but I do, and I'm sorry. Right? And then again, this was on my list of movies that shouldn't have had sequels because the ending was fine. You didn't know who they were going to send the tape to, and you didn't need to know. They still don't reveal it in the next one, but you didn't need more. You didn't need... That's why it bothers me that sometimes movies that don't need sequels get sequels. And there are others that we're begging for sequels for Behind the Mask. And just like, nah, we'll make another sequel to The Ring. We'll do another Grudge. I like The Grudge 2, but The Grudge 3 is crap. Make another Boogeyman. Oh, I forgot, there's a 2020 Grudge movie or something, right? Right? It came out. It's like, it's not a remake. It's a movie that's parallel with the original one. Right? I don't know. Yeah, The Ring, my number one. So, what is your list of your top 10 favorite, of your top 10 2000's horror movies. Let me comment so much, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm this guy, and I'll see you in the next one.